Hello, it is Friday on the 3M, so that means I am discussing mortgage, and I'm going to put this video in Finance Friday where you'll be able to find it. Oh god, a lot's gone on this week, so that is why I'm filming on the old webcam on my mini laptop, because I've been so distracted with thoughts and anxiety, thoughts and emotions, so I'm going to have to keep looking to my notes so I don't forget everything. As you can see, I am in a hotel again. This personal crisis in England has created so many barriers to me making steps towards a mortgage, making steps towards getting married, and making steps towards motherhood. So now I'm battling with the decision of turn my back on solving the problem that is causing the personal crisis. But that thought has come a little bit too late, because as soon as I got off the plane 62 days ago, oh, I tell a lie, 64 days ago, as soon as I got off the plane, that should have been the thought that I should have driven myself to taking actions. I literally should have gone straight into private renting and turned my back on what I arrived to on my mother's property. Then I would be getting closer to marriage, mortgage, and motherhood. So I'm feeling a little bit self-critical, but I'm not going to let it attack my emotional state like in a way that is going to make me feel depressed. I am not depressed. I haven't felt depressed in a while. It's just anxiety with what's happening with this personal crisis. So in Ghana, I realised it was not the place for me to become a mother, get a mortgage and get married. Just wasn't the place for me, because I do not speak Ga, Chi or Fanti. I do not know my culture and traditions, and the situation with my mother and father, mum and dad should I say, there was no way I was going to learn. There was no way I could seek knowledge. So I made this decision to start the YouTube channel, and then I decided the journey's going to start in England, and then I arrived to a personal crisis. So yes, I'm very self-critical that the first thing I should have done when I got into England was buy myself a whole new wardrobe, pay rent and deposit for a private rented place, but I didn't. All that was on my mind was the personal crisis I arrived to, and it's just familiar. It's just really familiar to keep facing that crisis and not knowing what to do to solve the problem permanently. So now it's getting to the stage where I've realised the content of my life has caused me so much concern, and I'm starting to believe that the personal crisis that I arrived to in October is the reason I'm not married, I'm not a mother, and I don't own my own home via a mortgage. Now I know. The personal crisis has led me to overspend, hence being in a hotel again. The personal crisis has led me to have a little minor dilemma about, do I factor in a dating website to my personal crisis? And then with regards to the medicine and the monitoring and the vitamins needed whilst being single and keeping healthy for motherhood. So, for instance, medicating my mental health, vitamins for my body. Yeah, all of that needs to be factored into becoming a mother. And then savings. A savings account with enough money in it for a deposit that usually people get by having a job, employment. And I guess the personal crisis that I'm facing right now became a barrier to me finding employment. As I've stated in previous videos, the only job available to me in London needs me to have a great standing with the employer and be reliable. So to do that job for a couple of weeks and then go on to say, look, sorry, I've got to go to Ghana to get my mum a ticket so she can come back and manage her affairs. And then I can get a permanent solution to the personal crisis that I'm in. So, yeah. I've overspent a lot, shall I say, because of the personal crisis. But I have enjoyed the moment, I won't lie. I enjoyed being in my own space. Some of the uncomfortable occurrences in my sleep I did not enjoy, but I do enjoy being in my own space. So that has spurred me on to keep thinking of solutions now that I've recognised the barrier and the mistake I possibly made when I got off the plane at Heathrow Airport on the 1st of October, Nigerian Independence Day. God. And then on the last day of Black History Month, Halloween, I decided to make steps to hotels, personal space, try and acknowledge my debts, join a dating site, do a little bit of feminine health and hygiene checks to stay healthy. I don't regret that. I don't regret that at all. So now I am just looking for another solution. And the solution that I always tend to run to when this personal crisis is in front of me, I don't feel that I can turn to that short-term fix after 9 months in Ghana, because I've just become more aware of mum and dad. I've become more aware about why I'm so concerned about the content of my life. And starting the YouTube channel helped me to stop, help my emotions, I guess, because I'm unemployed. So when you have something to do, something to focus on, a routine to keep, and a motivation such as running a small business online, keeps you feeling good. So finances, Finance Friday. I've acknowledged all my debts. I now have to start standing orders and negotiating. Hotels have helped me a little bit with regards to getting in my personal space and feeling a little bit more safe. because of the hotels, I now do not have any savings to get a deposit and pay first month's rent on a private rented accommodation. I just don't have it because I spent it on hotels, takeaways, supermarkets, personal hygiene, clothes. So yes, I'm admitting to myself, I could have possibly been in a private rented accommodation if I didn't spend money on hotels and the things that come along with hotels. I'm filming this really early. Started at 7 a.m. this morning. Got up at 6 a.m. Up and ready at 6 a.m. Had a little bit of breakfast because I have a long journey outside of London to do this morning. To do with my personal crisis. So I was able to conquer the battle fatigue. What's driving me? How very African of me. What is driving me? What is driving me that I battled the fatigue and the insomnia? So late last night, no insomnia. A little bit of anxiety. Plagued with thoughts for a bit. And then I battled the fatigue. I've got lots of energy. And I'm going outside London. It's going to be an extra cost, but I've got to make sure that within that time, I stay focused on resolving the personal crisis that I have met. My mental health suffered its most 3 years ago, December the 5th, 2017. I usually hear the Black American culture and the Black African culture say I was under attack. And I've never ever been under attack like that to my memory. Wow. And I'm now going back to that location where it started, where it all started. God. It's affecting my finances. This journey is going to affect my finances. I'm a little bit nervous to go to the bank and get a mini statement and budget. So I'm going to do that now. See how much money I have. And then possibly factor in another expense into my budget. So that's Finance Friday. Starting to recognise why I don't have a mortgage, why I don't have savings in my bank account to pay a deposit, and why I'm not in private rented accommodation. I've said it from week to week, money. Money, money, money. Money, money. It's the money. It's not the spending of the money, it's the making of that money. It's not the earning of that money for a job. A lot of barriers. So this is the last edition this week to the 3Ms before Monday. So this weekend is gonna really, wow. Money. That grown woman's life cost money. So I'm stating the obvious. Who gives a beep? Yeah. That grown woman's life costs money. That personal crisis and the preoccupied thoughts towards what's happening in Ghana right now is affecting my money, man. Because 9 months in Ghana gave me a little bit of awareness. Emotional outbursts. And blah feelings. So I am going to sign out now. I've spoke as much as I can about what I've got to do this week.